Welcome to my channel. So that is aspiring UPSC CSE by Priyanka. Okay, I will do it today. I will try to cover a major importance topics of the Indian society. That will come in GS paper 1. It will mainly mean specific content. Okay, then today's topics is the problems of urbanization in India. If we somewhere look at these topics, we will find it is also interrelated or connected with the economy, social justice, and some others subjects such as environments as well. So let's start. Now, first look at the top urbanizations. Okay, what is the present state of urbanizations? Urbanization is also all about the growing of the cities. Okay, and in India, so we see the urbanization is also growing rapidly, and as per the latest information is it is projected to grow 600 millions by 2030. So, so, so for a nation like India, it will somewhere going to be the second largest globally. Okay. But along with the growth, we will see some other complex challenges is arising with this growth. Okay, today's in this video, so we'll try to unfold those challenges and we'll show what are the solutions and steps government has taken. Understanding the scale. Okay, it is growing at unprecedented pace, means it is growing is in a faster way. Okay, so that's causing a vast, that's causing a pressures on the resources. What are the resources? Land, waters, infrastructures, environments, all, because as you can see, if we have we have limited resources, land, waters, foods, everything is limited. But if the numbers is increasing and so much demand would comes, then it will obviously put some pressures on those resources, and thereby will causes damage and making challenges. Okay, so as we talk, it is related to GS1, so the Indian society, and GS paper 3, economy, the infrastructure. So what are the challenges that comes under the section infrastructure and service trend? Infrastructures, as we know, it comes under economies. And what does it means? Infrastructure means road, railways, metros, all of this housings, metro cities, all those things. Okay, it will cause a housing shortage, and it will make more slums in the cities areas, because more people will come to the cities in search of job, and thereby there will be lack of shortage of houses. And as the accommodations price is high in the center of the cities, people will reside beside the city, that is called slums, and that standard of is very low. Okay, as per the report from 2024, 40% urban residents resides in slums areas. Okay, so if we look at the city Durgapur, so okay, so we'll find it is some many informal housings so beside the cities areas, near the Damodar Valley, near the Damodar rivers, so where so many sports people are living in a haphazard and unorganized way. And next challenges that will be water scarcity and sanitations. Waters is a very, as we know, very scarce resources and is limited, and groundwaters. And then another problems is groundwaters, that is depletions day by day. So little amount of water and more number of peoples and requirement of waters in various sectors, in various purpose such as households, industries, agriculture, sanitations. So it causes lack of a scarcity of waters as well. Okay. As we find, if we look at the examples, okay, as we look at the newspapers, news channels, we'll find the examples of water crisis in the city like Bangalore and Chennai. Hmm. How the people will come outside of homes to fetch water. Okay. Next is inadequate sewage and waste treatment. Okay, because uh, many wastage, large amount of wastage is generating in the urban cities. It is from the households, from the industries, from the factories, from everywhere. So wastage is generated, but it is. But it somewhere fails to manage those wastes. Okay, transportation and congestions. Population is increasing and people are using more vehicles, and public vehicles numbers is less, and that's why it's causing uh, causing and making problems in transportations and in traffics. We can see how there is long traffics. Okay, power and electricity deficit. Yes, that a city needs a huge amount of powers to run the city, because it is has big infrastructures, factories, industries, health sectors such as missions, education sector, big private schools, okay, and big factories, big machines, all needs a huge amount of powers. Okay, so huge amount of powers. So it sometimes we see that there is a deficit of power and electricity. Now look at the city, Durgapur. That let's understand these problems with the example of Durgapur city, Durgapur's traffic and pollution story. Um, in the latest Down to Earth report published in June 2005, Durgapur is called the dust balls. Okay, the city, because so many garbages is thrown here and there. So many garbages on a wastage is stored nearby the city. Nearby the city, so it's called. So it becomes a dust bowl city. It's downs to earth publications as per the okay. Vehicle search means number of there is huge increase in number of private vehicles, and that's why it caused topics public transportation as a decrease, because population is coming in a larger way, and government fail to provide the transportations, and people who have money they buying their private vehicles. And it's called massive congestions, yes, in the traffics and in roads. And what will be the result of this traffics and pollutions? Okay, that is air pollutions. What is the poisonous gas PMs 2.5 is increasing because of the pollution levels, because of the pollutants that are coming from the So vehicles, private vehicles, it's increased up to 46%, and it impact the air quality. Okay, and what is the resources of this pollutants, that is industries. Obviously industries, there are so many big industries such as steel industries there, the number of private vehicles and constructions dust. So many, it's a big project of construction activities is going on, so making shopping malls, hospitals, hotels, lodge. Okay, and so this causing the contributions to the pollutions. Recent actions, so to curb these solution problems, what are the recent actions? That is a retrofitting pollution controls. Durgapur steel thermal power stations recently take some steps to address this pollution problem. Okay, the next challenges is environmental degradations. If we look at these problems in a deeper way and in a multi-dimensional aspect, we will find another problems that is very critical, that is environmental degradations. Okay, so what will be the effect and what are the sources? As you see, the pollutants coming from the from the industrial vehicles and constructions, it's causing air pollutions. And what is polluting the water, that is untreated effluent and sewages that is coming from the industries, households, and food factories, restaurant. These all are polluting the water. So what is causing, as we know that the cities developed at the cost of losing green space and vegetations. So if so when the trees is cut, there are so many things we it impact and affects. Okay, let me tell. Trees, forest are source of carbons captures, it provides oxygens, it's clean the airs. Okay, so these things, these are the positive things that we get from the forest, we automatically lose. And another important things, that is urban heat island. It is some others issues that is coming because of environmental degradations. Heat is trapped. Heat is trappings in the city areas because of huge constructions and the loss of vegetations. So it causing suffocation and too much heat to the people, and for that people suffer a lot. Massive waste generation is here, so many activities, so many wastes, and it also brings challenges, and it causes damage or um, bad impact on the environment. And what will be the impact on people's health crisis, that is respiratory and waterborne disease. And if we think, if we later, when we later look at this top challenges in details, we will find that this health crisis do make it suffer more to the child's, poor, and elderly people. Okay, so that will be some kind of social injustice, social and economic problems. So in this way, all are interrelated. Yes, social and economic issues. Uh, Social segregation and inequalities. Okay, the people who are rich living in the center of the city, and people who are poor living in the beside center, beside the in the slums areas of the city. So that is social issue, social injustice. As we see, that as per the Oxfam report, it is just 1% who owns 40% of the wealth. And it also impact family structure and elder care, because in the urban city areas more of the families are nuclears. And for that it becomes a very good amount of burdens to the parents to take care or of their children and the elders. In village areas we get that facility at free of cost because of the family structure, joint family structure. Okay, nuclear families, migration pressure, people in from village areas comes to the city in search of job, and this migrate peoples causing another pressures, extra burdens to the cities, because they will also consume resources like waters, infrastructures, okay, and they will populate, crowded, make the place crowded on all things. So these are all things. So let's see what are the questions topics UPSC asked in 2013. That is rise of old age homes. Yes, rise of old age homes is increasing because as you see that family structure is changing, since people can't afford to take care of their older people, so they shift them in old age homes. Crimes and safety concerns, yes, migrant people such as comings, and sometimes it's a breach with the security protocols, so it causing crimes and safeties. Unemployment and underemployment, because so many poor, some others poor and uneducated people are also coming to do some small work, to some economic activity, and that is quite informal sector. Addressing challenges, okay, to curb these challenges, to address these challenges, what are the initiative government has taken? The first one is smart cities missions, to develop the cities to be more smart, that will be more better infrastructure equipment, more facilities. Okay, next is 100 cities project by I'm really happy that 94% project is completed. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urbans, that is affordable housing and that will be provided to the poor and the migrant people. AMRUT urban infrastructures, to give more better infrastructure facilities. Water sewage, more clean water, more green spaces. Swachh Bharat Mission Urbans, that will be more better sanitations and waste management for Swachhata Abhiyan in the cities. Metro rail expansion and coaching initiative, 300 CCTV cameras for West. Durgapur, if we look at the city Durgapur, then say improved regional rail connectivity. Okay, rail connectivity is increased to tackle these transportation problems of huge crowd. And what is the way forward? If we some questions come on these topics, what were solutions and way forward you as a officers will suggest? That will be integrated urban plannings, that will be integrate and target to curb all other problems that is related to these challenges of urbanizations. It will be more uh, green vegetations, more transportations, better some providing the basic facilities, amenities to the poor and some market people. Okay, strengthen urban local bodies to get more funds. Citizen participation show that people do share their real problems, and we can address their address and understand their problems that are facing. Responsible technology use is we can use these technologies to problems like crimes and safety for humans. Sustainable infrastructure investment. Yes, infrastructure investment should be in a sustainable way without damaging the environment by following the Environment Impact Assessment Act. The questions that is asked in UPSC PYQs, there's a GS1 2013, so that is discuss various social problems, yes, social problems that is arising from the speedy process of urbanization. Okay, so to address this, to answer these questions, we have to approach in a multidimensional approach, giving examples such as we gave the cities, and some solutions we also provide in this video. Okay, thank you for watching. Do like, share and subscribe my channel. Aspiring UPSC CSE by Priyanka.